Hey, so in this video I'm going to be breaking down everything we have in the details section, so what all of this stuff means. The details section is an essential part of your analysis. You'll be checking this every single time you use BuyBotPro alongside sales, IP, eligibility, the charts, all that important stuff. This is all of your number work, so we need to make sure that we are checking this every single time. And especially if you are new to the world of Amazon, you might be wondering what a bunch of this stuff means and which bits are the most important to check in the detail section. Now at the top we have the ASIN, so this is quite simply the Amazon standard identification number for this particular product. If we hover over that ASIN there, we get a bit more info, including the category, weight, dimensions, if Amazon have been selling this item in the last 90 days, if they've been in the buy box, model number, the package quantity, so like how many if we were to order this item, how many parts make that up. So it's just a box of Lego, so it's just the one. We can copy that by tapping that clipboard icon to the side. Is the buy box suppressed? So this will quite simply answer yes or no. So basically if this bit was missing, it would say yes, the buy box is suppressed. Because it's there, it says no. The reason why the buy box gets suppressed is typically due to someone trying to sell the item for a price that is not deemed as sensible. So people going way above the sort of like price range that we have on this listing, and if someone tries to reprice all the way up there, then Amazon suppress the buy box. UPC, this is a universal product code, so this is the sort of thing, this is the sort of number associated with barcodes, for example. It's a barcode type, it's recognized globally, you can copy that. EAN, so this is the European article number, and again it's a different type of barcode that's recognized globally. Now these things, you might be wondering at what point you might need them. Well, you never know. If you ever come across anything that requires that information as you're doing various admin bits, then you can copy it from here. Also, if you happen to get a spreadsheet from a wholesaler, say, and you notice that there's just a couple of barcodes missing, a couple of UPCs that they've not entered in, you can, of course, talk to the wholesaler and see if they can enter those things in for you. But if it's just going to take a long time or they just don't do it, then you can grab some of those missing UPCs from the detail section of BuyBotPro, put that into your spreadsheet, and then upload your entire spreadsheet into BuyBot Wholesale for analysis, and there'll be less things that are missed out because you've gone and found those things. At the same time though, you might be thinking, well, I could just analyze there and then, and yeah, I suppose you could. I guess it just depends if you want to do it individually, or if you just want to quickly grab the UPCs, put that in your spreadsheet, boom, done. Up to you. The brand is Lego. The profit margin, so this is 27.36% in this case, but obviously that's not going to mean too much to you. So the profit margin is, after all the expenses are factored out, how much revenue your company actually keeps. So obviously the bigger the better. Max sold price, so this is the highest price that the item has ever sold for. This can be useful for understanding what kind of pricing range this item has, and obviously we can check the charts to see how recently it's hit something higher than where it presently is at. And of course, if we see that this item does visit that £45 mark numerous times, that can be a good inspiration for setting our max price for repricing the item. The max buy cost. So set your required ROI and profit in the criteria section of the BuyBotPro settings panel. So that's over in your settings, and BuyBotPro will tell you the maximum you can pay to purchase the product in order to meet that criteria. So spend anything more than that on this product and you'll be eating into aspects like the potential profit and ROI and so forth. The break even, so this is the amount that you would sell for, whereby you wouldn't be making a profit nor a loss. This is sort of like a worst case scenario kind of deal. Obviously you want to be selling above your break even, we want to make money. Total costs, so if we hover over this, we get a breakdown of all of the costs associated with this product. So this is all the Amazon stuff which is taken directly from the Amazon calculator at the point when we analyze, so it's always up to date. It's taking it directly from Amazon. So the referral fee, because obviously we're doing this FBA, we have the FBA fees in there and so forth. But if we turned the FBA switch off and over onto like FBM, for example, then we won't have the FBA fees to account for, nor the storage fees. The discount section, so if say there was a 10% off sale, like we could just enter in that 10% off price into the buy price at the top, but obviously if we don't want to do that, we don't want to work that out, we can just tap that 10% in there or whatever it is, and it will calculate the discount. It shows us here, and it recalculates our ROI and profit. Now the ROI and profit here are estimates, obviously taking into account literally everything that we've entered into BuyBotPro, both in the settings and of course our buy and sell price. So this would change as we change any of those aspects, and this is a very concise, accurate way of understanding how much we're going to be making, provided that we sell the item for this price, and of course considering all expenses and so forth. So that is everything in the details section, besides of course the storage fee slider, which if we need to change that, it's defaulted to 1 month, and of course it depends on how long you're expecting it to be in storage for. If we want to change the amount of months, so maybe we're sending a load of stuff in like the start of Q3 to sell in Q4, you might want it for a couple of months, just consider a few there, and of course that's going to factor it in. We can see that broken down in the total costs, so there we can see storage fee times 3, there we have it, and it recalculates the ROI and profit. That's your details section. Super important to check this every time we analyze. Thank you for watching.